Hello, Rodney Robinson here, and I wanted to say a big thank you to all the members of my Facebook group, Pendulum Dowsing and Energy Balancing. The contributions to the group are absolutely fantastic, and it now is just the group that I wanted it to be. Growing very well too. We're now past 2,600 members, and at least 40 new applications to join every day. So thank you to everybody for making it such a successful group. What I want out of the group is really to encourage, support and share information to people who are using their pendulums for the highest good and the highest good of all concerned. So that may be for healing, and it may be, oh, my camera's just moved, and it may be for changing situations for the better. You know, making bad situations into good situations, or at least bringing about the conditions which allow somebody to move, or maybe yourself to move, out of a situation which is not very pleasant into one that brings greater joy into your life. Okay, so we've talked a lot about pendulums, different types of pendulums, and today I wanted to just give some of my own thoughts and musings on a particular style of pendulum, which is not the most popular pendulum in the ones that people ask me about. It's the Hathor Pendulum. I rather like the style of it. It's really just a very simple pendulum, the Karnak, the Osiris and the Isis. So it really is a beautiful pendulum in that it combines beautifully those three aspects of the main styles of Egyptian pendulum, and it has the sphere on the top. And really this style, I don't know where the name came from, but in barge pendulums that sell a very good range of pendulums, this style is called the Hathor Pendulum, after the Egyptian goddess, Hathor. Now, all pendulums have their own energy. They are a very important and in fact a sacred tool to the pendulumist that uses it in any serious way. And you must approach this subject with a degree of respect and seriousness, I would say. It's not a toy, it's not something to take lightly, it's not some kind of party trick, it's something that changes lives. And I say that with all due consideration. Those who have basically followed the instructions and the guidance given in my Facebook group are beginning to experience the changes that pendulum use can bring to their lives, the very positive changes. And the healing aspects are very important too. And I think as energy workers we look at illness and disease as a way of guiding us towards a spiritual path, or guiding us towards a way of thinking, a way of viewing life or viewing a situation in a different way. So if we look at illness and disease in that way, we can actually utilise the energy healing to make a shift in our consciousness that will bring healing along with it. Now, as a pendulumist, we want a high vibrational pendulum to do our work, and by that, as I'm sure you all who look at my videos or have seen anything about what I've written know that that is ascertained by pendulum dowsing a chart. The chart I use is a Bovis chart, and I have various Bovis charts with different scales, such as this one, and the scales that you use may depend on where you are. I do think that this has a bearing on it, because the geology of the land where you're located has an impact or an influence on the level of universal energy that you have around you. So that will affect the baseline reading of the Bovis chart. So you may need to play around with different charts with different ranges and test different aspects, different objects that you know have positive vibrations to them. Maybe you've got some that have less positive or negative vibrations. You can test them and you can get an idea. You can sort of calibrate your Bovis values to your own location. Okay, so back to the subject in hand, the Hathor Pendulum. And I get asked a lot, what are different pendulums, what are their uses? Well, all high vibrational pendulums can be used for manifestation and healing. And they can all be used for pendulum decrees to make a vortex of energy to send your intention to manifest change. But there are differences. Each pendulum has its own particular vibrations, its own particular frequencies that it contributes to the whole process. And this is why, over time, people who use pendulums end up with a beautiful collection of them, because they realise that there are pendulums that have different nuances in their approach to a particular problem. And some find that particular pendulums have particular avenues of work, so they know which pendulum to go to if they have a certain type of problem. So I'd like to illustrate this now by using the two olive wood Hathor pendulums that I have in my pendulum collection at the moment, which I'll show you. Okay, they're beautiful, beautiful olive wood grain. Again, this is from a batch that I picked up from my local craftsman, that are made from the heart of the olive wood tree, where the most spectacular grain is obtained. I'm just trying to focus the camera on the grain. It's really not picking it up just how spectacular that grain is. Really, really, really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pendants. And I've actually not had these long. I've just attached the cord fittings to them just now. But I've tested them. I've got their Bovis value, my Bovis value, they are high vibrational pendulums. I would expect these designs to be of 6 million Bovis. Each one of these has a different primary energetic colour. Now I will say at this juncture that the primary issue that you want to look for in your pendulum when you're building your collection, first and foremostly, it's the vibrational value. I've mentioned a Bovis chart. You can use a percentage chart and ask for the percentage level of vibration, healing vibration or universal energy, whatever you want to call it, and get a score from that. And you want a high vibration. So the next thing is the colour, much secondary to the first issue. And these two both have different colours. So let's take them each one. This one here has a lovely sort of dark grain on the top, which marks it out from the other one. And this one, which actually is my favourite in terms of just the aesthetics. I love that beautiful dark swirl that it has on the sphere at the top. Its energetic colour, which I just doused, its primary colour is violet and its secondary colour is white. So this suggests to me that out of the two Hathor pendulums that I have, this one would be most have the edge as a healing pendulum, for healing. That they can both heal, but that one is, if you like, its speciality based on purely its colour value. This Hathor pendulum's energetic colour is negative green stroke grey flicker, which is the most powerful colour for manifestation. So if you want a pendulum for manifestation to change situations, this pendulum would have the edge over this pendulum. Of course, they're both of the same design, the Hathor design. Now, the next thing that I want to cover is what I do with a pendulum when I obtain it. Is I do a meditation with it, and I utilise my third eye to see particular qualities and go deeper in to the properties of the pendulum. And I wanted to discern the particular properties inherent in the Hathor design. Well, certainly that's been the name allocated to this design, so I'm going with that, and I basically asked my guides to show me the particular Hathor qualities of this pendulum. Now, I'd read a little bit about the goddess Hathor, and I noticed that it has quite a wide-ranging attributes to it, particularly the balancing of the divine feminine and all the qualities that go with that, but also balancing in the divine masculine, so bringing together a balance of those two qualities. I'd also read that the goddess Hathor is that there was quite a bit of mystery surrounding the rituals of this particular goddess, and they centred around sensuality and pleasure. So I was going into my meditation wondering what I was going to be facing in this particular meditation, what kind of things that I would see. Not at all what I was expecting based on that description. I was led by what could easily have been the image of the goddess Hathor, or it looked like the image of Isis, really, standing outside of a doorway with a lintel, taking me into a structure. It could have been a pyramidal structure, but I wasn't far enough back to see that. But I went into what was quite a dark, rather claustrophobic tunnel with lots of hieroglyphic markings on the side. As I was following the figure, we came to a chamber, opened up into a large chamber, again with covered in hieroglyphics on the side of the walls. And in the centre of the chamber was a pit, which looked rather ominous. And when I looked into the pit, there was kind of a bubbling cauldron of what I can only describe as black energy bubbling away there. So I stood and watched this for a little while, and I mentally asked to be shown what the particular qualities were linked to what I was seeing. And what I was told was that the qualities are particularly related to helping people with deep emotional, spiritual imbalances. And particularly what came to my attention was the phrase, the dark night of the soul. So these kind of issues are particularly what the Hathor Pendulum would be very, very good at healing. So anybody who has particular aptitude in healing these deep emotional issues, such as the dark night of the soul, deep spiritual imbalances. I don't have time to go into them now, but this is the kind of thing that this design, that I was told by my guides anyway. You're free to disagree, so please make your comments and we can discuss it further. Thank you for watching this video.